Welcome to the Belly Boys podcast, where we talk about things that matter and things that don't. I go by Belly Boy Tone Capone.
I go by that boy El Capo.
And I am DJ 6 Mills.
And we're here to fuck shit up.
Yeah!
So, very, very, very dope episode. I gotta tell you, first off, we got Its Bizkit in the motherfucking house. The biggest blogger. Man.
Long Island.
That's
Alive.
it. Strong Island.
Let's go. 516-631. You know who get it done.
That's what it is. That's what it is. So getting into the whole podcast, I always like to ask the first question, but it's going to be a little different because usually we have a guest on post-Belly.
Yes.
So, and we always ask, like, what do you think about Belly? How, you know, like, what were your feelings about it? Since you haven't been there, and I know you've only heard things, what are you expecting? How do you feel? Like, what's up? So you're going to be hosting the thing.
Thank you, sir. Yeah, I mean, I already know the vibes because once my guy Killer Touch put me on to the movement and what's going on.
Shouts out to Killer Touch.
You know what I mean?
Yes,
you know,
sir.
he's from Long Island, but he moved to Florida many moons ago, and he left
Him and 10 other million people.
Yeah, he left me in the trenches, and he ain't never come back. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, once Killer Touch was like, yo, they got a dope party, and you know I'm Uncle Biz at the end of the day, so I'm all about old school vibes, which yesterday was crazy.
Yeah, it was, Mantronics.
Yeah, that's
DJ Classic.
Yes.
Greg Nice
Shout
was in
out
the building.
to DJ Classic.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm here for the vibes. You know what I'm saying? The old school vibes for sure. So,
Okay.
Belly, how could I be down? Sundays, I'm looking forward. You know what I mean?
Okay,
Yes,
no
sir.
doubt, man. That's what's up. That's what's up. What's the first question you got for my mans?
Oh, really?
Yes.
All right,
Yo,
so-
Emil I'm gonna warn you. Emil has like 9,000 questions. He's narrowed it down to 300
my
questions.
God.
And
299.
and
Two-
Really
he's down to
six.
9, one,
and
right.
and I have 299 answers. Let's go.
Nah, I mean, this interview is kind of from the heart because of the fact I'm a Long Island baby boy. You know what I mean?
That's what's up.
So, you know, I just had a couple of questions about Long Island and kind of started off a little bit. Like, you know, I got to start it off with this. Who are your top 5 Long Island rappers of all time?
Boy,
I love it.
He go with the
Top
with the-
5,
with
well,
the
you know,
hardcore questions already.
we got some real legends that came from Long Island. So LL Cool J, right? Which everybody looks at LL as the Queens rapper. But I look at LL as the Long Island / Queens rapper. And he'll tell you, like, he was born in Bay Shore. And, you know, people do move, you know what I'm saying? So it's like he spent his early ages in Long Island. But as far as, like, top 5 rappers from Long
It's
Island,
got to be up there, though. Yeah.
I gotta obviously Rakim, the legend.
The God.
Definitely the God. Yeah, and I actually just I bumped into him at Rock the Bells
It's one of my
recently,
questions,
and
actually.
Long Island was heavy in the building, man. It was you know, Eric Sherman was there.
Yeah, I saw that.
Bunch of, you know, that's the thing about Long Island. It's so many dudes that contributed to this culture, including Its Bizkit.
We get no recognition.
I wouldn't say no recognition. It's just when it comes down to Long Island and New York, it's like people always think about the boroughs, Brooklyn, Queens, Harlem.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, I feel like even since I was like young, when I was just being coming in the game
Yeah.
from Long Island and just growing up, it's like Long Island it's like that feeling that we have to prove ourselves. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
indeed.
So like that's why we're like,
That's what's up.
that's why we're so passionate about like putting Strong Island on the map.
That's
you know what I'm
what's up.
saying?
That's
So
Yeah.
It's a struggle, man.
That's some,
yeah,
that's
because
spoken
you
from
gotta
the heart.
understand too. It's like we're at least an hour away from the function.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
That's
So, you know, the city, Queens. We're
Queens
like
is probably the
cousins.
closest,
We're like
yeah.
cousins with Queens. So like, you know, I spent time in Elmont, and I was always moving around in Queens doing like the mixtape stuff and all that. But as far as top 5 Long Island, I mean, of course, Rakim. Then you got EPMD. Keith
Yep.
Murray.
Keith Murray, man.
The most beautiful
Yes,
thing
sir.
in this world. I ain't gonna
Just
lie.
like
if,
that.
If the DJ would have played that yesterday, he might have been my favorite DJ.
Oh, we
'Cause
gotta
I
make
haven't-
sure
I
it's gonna
haven't
get
heard
played tomorrow.
I haven't
Six,
heard
I hope
that.
you listening.
I haven't heard that record in a while,
You
man.
better be
Six.
Long Island heavy tomorrow.
6.
Now,
The
Craig,
most beautifulest thing in the world's got to get played tomorrow.
and De La Soul,
Yes.
De La.
Indeed.
and Craig Mack.
Yes.
Okay, that's a good lineup. That's a good lineup.
Now, I'll name. I mean, you pretty much hit off my list. Like that would probably be like my Long Island top list. I mean, one that really doesn't get a lot of recognition because he's too underground. And Tone and I had a conversation about it the other day. Was MF Doom.
Oh,
MF Doom doesn't get enough love.
MF Doom.
Yeah, like
That's all.
yeah.
That's.
I mean, if you really like hip hop, the love for MF Doom. Yeah.
Long Beach.
Yeah.
I don't think I
Beach.
ever met MF Doom.
Yeah, MF Doom has
He
got
used
a
to wear the
crazy.
mask?
Yeah. MF Doom's got a crazy
He's a little
story
more
in
before
hip
my
hop.
time too, to be honest with you. I'll be real with you.
What'd you say?
He's a little before my time too, to be honest
He's a little
with
before everybody's time, but at the end, I mean, did a
Doom.
lot of stuff that most people didn't understand because of the fact it was so underground. But I mean, obviously, if we talk about Long Island, you gotta mention MF Doom because of the
He's a
influence that he had
pioneer.
on
He's a
hip- on
pioneer.
hip-hop. Yeah.
And it's like it's pleasantly, surprisingly amazing when you, like for example, this Mantronics thing yesterday.
Yes.
We went, we didn't know what to expect, especially me because, and also Biz because it is a little bit before our time.
Yeah.
But when we went there and we saw him do his thing,
Wow.
blown
Dude,
away by
yeah.
the skill set.
The
All
skill
the
set.
hits, all those songs he
Bro,
was playing, he produced.
You know when something's
Yo.
good. You know when something's good.
I would love.
Yeah.
I would love. I would love to work with that guy, man.
right?
That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah. Do you know
Right?
that Classic flew them out from Africa? They live in Africa. Yeah.
Mantronics lives
he
in Africa, dude.
So Classic did that party because he was celebrating his 40 years in hip hop.
Get the fuck,
So
yo!
he
I didn't know that.
decided-
Salute to that, man.
Yeah,
Yo,
so-
that's super dope.
Yeah. So he decided a while back, and you and I had the conversation when he did it. He was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna fly Mantronics out." I'm like, "Okay, you flying him out from New York or something?" No, he lives in like South Africa or
Yo.
something, dude. Yeah,
Yeah, man. Yo, and shouts out to
Humble
Classic.
dudes too, man.
That-
Mantronics super humble, man.
Yo, no, I mean, I didn't get to meet him,
Yeah.
but you could just, his energy just comes off that way.
Yeah.
And yo, props and shouts out to Classic because he put this thing together. That was a bold move, and he made it happen, bro.
Yes, sir.
Word
Without a
up,
doubt.
man. So I'm very happy for
fire.
Classic
Yeah,
for
man.
doing what the fuck he did,
real
and bringing
shit.
Mantronics down.
Okay.
So now,
the 298 question.
The 298s.
That's what we at,
I
right?
actually want to get a little more relevant
No, go ahead.
with today's times.
Okay.
So the Jim Jones Nas thing, right? I would love to hear your input on that whole
You
situation.
the
I might
backyard.
need a Long Island iced tea for that one. Can I get one? Is that possible?
Ooh.
A Long Island iced tea?
Ooh, blue or
Yeah,
regular?
you in the backyard because
And baby girl, I'm gonna do a Tito soda as well.
we hearing about it here. You know what I mean? We're in Florida, and you in the backyard. You in the trenches. So
Yeah.
this is being talked to.
Oh yeah, no,
nonstop.
this is. I actually literally just I just text Jim Jones like right before I came here, and it's just really insane of like how much of a like barbershop conversation the Jim Jones versus Nas thing is. Like I've sat in probably at least like 5 different conversations with 5 different groups of people, young and old, that was literally debating, and I realized like, yo, this is more. I thought it was just gonna be like a week, 2-week type of topic. Yo, it's ongoing,
it's
and
out of
I've
control.
seen people that were from Queens that said that sided with Jim Jones, and then I seen people from Harlem that sided with Nas. So this is when I thought like, I like in my head I'm thinking like, if you from Queens you gotta ride with Nas. If you from Harlem you gotta ride with Jim. But it's not
don't
that.
matter.
You know
It's
what I'm saying?
not, right?
Because
It didn't
you
boil
gotta-
down to that, did it?
you gotta
Skills.
the thing is you gotta understand something, right? When it comes down to Jim, Dipset influenced so much, for that generation in the culture. See, for me, it's like my top 5 rappers, my top 3 is Biggie, Hove, and Nas. Like hands down, you know what I'm saying? Like Nas is Nas, and
That's my number one.
And of course, like I was a big Dipset fan as well, but like that real influence that Nas
Nas, yeah,
brought
man.
to the game. It's like I look at that in a totally different light, which is the same light that some of these kids look at Dipset and Jim Jones.
Right.
And they don't know Nas.
They just
And
don't
Nas had
know
to be
it.
closer to you because you grew up in Long Island, and obviously we always say that Queens was like our cousin because
Facts.
that's pretty much where you hung out. If you were in Long Island, the next spot you hung out with was Queens. You were at the Coliseum, you know, Jamaica Ave. You know, that's where I did all my shopping.
Yeah.
So without a doubt,
Exactly.
you know, like Nas would be that next person
Yeah.
that we would listen to over even a Dipset, who are obviously one of my favorite rap groups of all time.
Oh,
Sure.
no, I loved it. I
Definitely.
loved Dipset.
Yeah, and like it's, you know, Jim, a lot of things that Jim said about his comparisons to Nas, you know, he kind of bumped his head when he talked about the Billboard entries because they pulled those, you know, they pulled that up quick.
That shit
But
was embarrassing.
Google is a motherfucker.
AI,
Exactly. You see how he
AI,
stumbled when they would talk about the numbers? He's like, oh, well, you gotta understand.
AI,
Yo, that shit
ChatGPT.
fucked him up.
But you can't, you know, like I said, man, you know, big salute to Jim.
We
You
lo-
know what
hey,
I'm
listen.
saying? Like, I fuck with Jim
Yeah.
in real life. That's my dude. He fucking, like, anytime I get around Jim, I always feel like, sometimes I feel like I'm doing enough, but then when I get around Jim, this motherfucker is doing a movie.
Yo.
He's doing podcasts.
Working.
He's still going on the
Close.
radar, which he went on the radar, and he went off on one of Nas's beats. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
So it's like his work ethic is, and then I come home and now I'm on Instagram and I see this motherfucker doing 100 pull-ups.
And yeah, 100 pull-ups.
100 pull-ups.
Oh, yo,
And-
that dude is on another level
and I'm
of
just
fitness.
thinking to myself, like, I was just with you, bro. When you, I'm tired just watching you work.
Well, I know obviously Tone and obviously Biz, you guys are fitness fanatics, both of you guys.
Well, before we get into that, I gotta see At the Church Steps.
Yeah.
I listened to that album,
Oh, yeah.
front
Fire.
to back to front.
Yeah.
Jim Jones, I listened to that shit in the gym, heavy.
Yup.
So props to Jim.
yeah, shout out to Jim Jones.
Yeah,
Yo,
it's
word
not
up.
a
I
bad
love it.
album at
It's
all.
not- it's
I mean, people get the impression with the, you know, the pushback that he got that somehow his shit is whack.
Yeah.
Our collective opinion is like, okay, there are levels to it, right? Cool.
Yeah.
But his shit on itself is quality shit.
It's
Yeah, it
quality,
is.
bro.
It is.
It definitely
It
is.
is.
I mean, in Genesis, the second track,
Genesis is probably
Scram Jones,
that's
Scram
probably
Jones.
my favorite song on the whole album.
that, sweetheart. Thank you.
Thank you,
man,
darling. Appreciate
going-
you.
I mean,
I mean-
that's 0 to 100.
I'm with the Belly Boys, right?
Yeah.
I went from anything is possible to Long
Cheers,
Island
guys.
is
Cheers.
possible.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Cheers, cheers. Long distance, long
Yeah,
distance, long distance. There it is.
Cheers, brother. This man got the
Cheers.
michelada.
Yeah. Shout out to Jim Jones and shout out to Nas.
Yeah.
Indeed.
And because of what Jim was saying, like it got everybody talking about him and Nas.
Yeah.
So as far as like algorithms are concerned, Jim is 100% correct. He helping out Nas as far as the algorithm is concerned.
That is facts.
And another fact is, it's not that Nas necessarily needed
Needs
that.
it, exactly.
But
Wow.
you can't act like it's not happening because
Wow.
even because of all of the Nas and Jim talk,
Wow.
I've been listening
Dude.
to Nas a lot
talking
lately.
about?
But
That's perfectly
I've
said.
been listening to Nas my whole life. And I'm in the crib, Alexa, play Nas. If I ruled the world, you know.
Indeed.
Fake thugs, no love. You get the slug
Yeah.
CB4
Yeah.
cuss. Yo.
Look,
You didn't know till I was drunk, though.
Yeah, like, come on, man. Yeah, it's, you know.
I guarantee you we can go on and on
Like,
that verse.
I've been enjoying the debates, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
the back and forth,
It's
because
really
there's a
entertaining.
lot of points that people do have when it comes down to the style. Because Nas, you know, he influenced the whole camouflage look.
Oh, that shit. And I saw you in that video that you did. And I was like, yo, that's Nas vibes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and I got a video that I posted also on Instagram. I had Jim Jones 9 years ago talk about his top 5,
Yeah.
and he bigged up Nas
Nas.
heavy.
I mean, no
Big
matter what he
Nas heavy.
says, he still got to give Nas his props. I mean, you could beef all you want, even with the Jim Jones and Cam beef. He still got to give Cam his flowers because Cam is gifted, and Mace might be better than both of them.
But I think, listen, that part
Mace?
gets lost in
The murder
translation.
Mace.
Murder Mace was no joke.
That
man.
stuff gets lost in translation because he always, if you watch the full clip, not just the cutout that made the controversies, all of them.
Yeah.
If he always says he's my fucking hero.
Yes, he did.
Every time.
Yeah.
Without a skip. So
matter
he
what he
acknowledges
said
them,
that, yeah.
and then he says, and my thing is this and that to a different my decade, and and he go, but that clip is what's shown.
Yeah,
Like, that's fucking bullshit.
Jim argument is more like, you know, regardless of what, I'm active in this hip hop culture, in this game. Today I'm outside. I'm doing summer jam.
Yes.
And Jim is saying he wants to smoke. That's literally what he's saying.
And I respect the shit out of
what I
that.
mean?
One of the few rappers doing that right now. I mean,
You
the
know?
last time that happened, I think
I like
Lamar smoked him.
I like the Shannon Sharp when Shannon Sharp
Yo,
jumped on 'cause he's like,
He didn't have no chill for him. He didn't have no chill for him.
filter.
He had no chill for him.
Yo, Shannon got no.
He wasn't having none of that.
He don't care.
He was not having
look,
any
but
of
this is
that.
what I'm trying to tell you where Jim is at with it. He even said, "Yo, let's go." He said, "Let's do a battle working out." To Shannon Sharp, like
Yeah, because he know he can do 100 fucking
but you know
pull-ups.
what? but he'll take Shannon. Shannon's an old man. He's just an old man.
He's
that's
an
in
older man,
excellent
yeah.
shape.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
always been in excellent shape.
It's a lot of weight to carry
those
on
dudes,
pull-ups.
Like you look at like a Bo Jackson or a Deion Sanders. Like some of these guys, like they said, Bo Jackson didn't even work out that much, but he was just naturally built like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know. So look at Shannon Sharp. He's just naturally in shape. Jim is a workout fanatic, man. Every time you see him, he's in the gym doing something.
Dude, the dude on the pull-up game is ridiculous.
Yeah,
like I'm like, yo, Jim.
What are those
Jim and
dudes in
Method,
Harlem? What are
man.
those
Jim
dudes
and
in
Method been
Harlem
on
that
some.
do the pull-ups, or they're in Yonkers.
because you're talking about Giant. Shout out to Giant, the
Yes.
bartenders.
Yes.
What do we? The
Dudes are no
bartenders.
joke,
Yeah,
dude.
Them dudes almost want me to get involved.
Yeah, they got
on
Jada doing
getting
it
some.
actually.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yup. Yeah, I was just literally.
Yo, Jada be doing it too.
I was just literally working out with Giant, Nori. You know, we got the RunChamps movement going, and we just was in Yonkers just right before I came out here.
Yeah.
Yeah, serious, man. You know, serious.
I know you're gonna cover that, but I got tired watching the videos.
Yeah.
I know
you
you
been
are
watching us?
I was.
Bro,
I was
you wanna know?
They going 7 miles.
I used to do that back in my day.
You want to
doing
know
a
what's
half a
funny?
mile.
I got tired
Done.
watching the video too. Literally.
I've never been through. Listen, I am a workout. Like, listen. You
Tony's Tone is a workout nut. Like I'm talking about since we were kids. Tony, I'd go downstairs. Tony be kicking a soccer ball, throwing a football with a bat. I'd go downstairs.
always
and be like,
active.
He was. I'm talking about Tony. Tone played every single sport you could think of, and then as we grew, he go on marathons, running,
not
basketball
marathons.
tournaments.
A real marathon,
dude,
from what I found out, is 26 miles.
Yeah, that's the actual
I'm
number.
giving both of y'all props because I'm waking up in the morning and I'm seeing 7 miles and 6
Bro,
miles.
let me tell you something. My experience with this whole
Yeah,
thing,
wow.
and I gotta touch on this.
Yeah.
RunChamps. I mean, these guys.
Different.
They're not just RunChamps just for a name. I mean, they are literally
They get it in.
RunChamps.
They get it in.
They are champions at running because,
it's real.
bro, they smoked me, all of them, and I'm like, okay, I
You're
think
competitive as hell.
yeah, and I'm very competitive.
Yeah.
It was funny. I got
ready to
lost.
cry, ain't you?
I got lost. I would literally, bro, in my head, I'm like, I don't know if I can finish this. But in my head, I'm like, I'm gonna finish this.
Yeah.
I'm going to.
I mean, but
I gotta walk the rest.
what
I'm
the
gonna
movement.
finish it.
That's what the movement is about. No man left behind.
Yep.
We all pushing each other to be great.
I gotta tell you, in a unit, you are as fast as your slowest man.
Say that one more time. I heard you, but I just want to make sure they heard you.
In a unit, in a group, you are as fast as your slowest man.
That's
Because
like,
you don't leave no man behind.
yeah.
Boom. That's
Nice.
that military talk.
I know about 7 miles.
Hell yeah. So I got a question for you about the RunChamps thing because you probably know a little bit more about it. I don't know if you do, Six, but what made Nori start it? Like where did it come
Good
from?
question.
Oh
Yeah.
man, yeah.
Good
So,
question.
Out of nowhere, Nori texts me, download the Nike Run app.
Word.
Right.
My kids be on my phone. I be on my phone. I've been downloaded too many apps. So I act like I did, and I didn't download it when he told me. Then he hit me like the next day. He said, yo, download the app. I said, all right. Downloaded it. And then he said, yo, do 3 miles. And when he said it, I kind of was just like, all right, I got you. But I actually went to the track with my man Marky, Social Media House, and I was like, yo, I gotta start running because I was already in the gym. So I went to the track out there in Long Island, right there. We went to Suffolk Community College track,
I know so.
Okay.
right? And they got a lot of cops out there because they do the training, you know.
Okay.
And we got out there and I started running. So I'm taking a picture, letting Nori, I'm doing videos letting Nori know, hey, Nori, I'm out here, I'm running. So that's how it started.
Okay.
And then we went out to Vegas. Nori had to interview Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre. You know, I work with I work with a dispensary out in Vegas. Shout out to Hardin. They're like the most littest dispensary out there in Vegas.
That's what's up.
Went out there, and my man Messa hit me and was like, "Yo, we're running in the morning," and I was with it, but I only had Timbs.
Oh shit!
You're not gonna tell. You ran in Tim's.
I
No, you
ran.
didn't.
You ran in Tim's.
No, you didn't.
It's Google it. It's,
Beef and broccolis or Chuckers?
It's the wheat Timbs,
Oh.
6-inch Timbs.
The
yeah.
heavy boys.
Yeah, the Timbs.
Ah,
So
the real deal,
and
Holyfield.
we started running at like 8 in the morning, 7 in the morning. So no stores was open. I was about to go cop some Skechers, whatever. I was ready to run in Yeezys, whatever. Everything
Yo.
was closed.
Wow.
So I ran 3 miles in Tim's.
Wow.
And after that, I'm probably like on my 20th pair of running shoes now.
Laces loose or tight?
Tim's.
Yeah, bro.
Laces loose or tight?
No,
So what is the number? What is the number on your? I guess it keeps up with however many miles you've done.
So
Yeah.
the Nike,
The Nike
they
app,
got the Nike Run app. Then I got that's the thing too. Now since I'm a
You
runner,
lost track of your numbers.
now I'm a runner.
All
So
right.
now I got the Nike Run app. I got Strava.
Striver. That's the other. That's the one. That's
Yeah, I
the
saw that
yeah.
on
I
your
got,
post.
I got Fitbit. It's so much stuff with the running thing. Like I'm just trying to keep.
Do you have an
up to it
idea
as
how
much
many miles up until now? you
Yeah,
have?
It shows you on the app.
No. But you're asking in the collective as far as total.
No, but well, for yourself.
Yeah, it
you know,
does,
from
it
the
does.
Right.
from the one day.
No,
that,
no. That's good that you said that because I'm gonna open up the app.
And it shows you the total
It
from
shows
day
you,
one to
yeah,
now.
it shows you your total right now. And I just started a 3-mile run challenge, just for myself and others to just at least get to the 90 miles for the month.
Okay.
Right. So right now for the month, me and my boy Tone, we've been putting in a lot of pain out here in Fort Lauderdale.
We have.
And the run's been different because it's the sun is sunning.
Of course it is.
You know what I mean?
and the
Oh,
humidity,
sun.
the humidity that
So
gets you
I'm
different,
at
right?
16 miles for the month so far.
Wow.
So now
For the
if I
month.
go to all on the
Alright.
Nike Run app, hopefully Nike
That
hears
shit does
this.
all
and-
that, huh?
So total, since I've been on the app, I'm at 194 miles.
Jesus.
Wow.
Woo-wee. Clap it up.
One thing too that I want to say
That
that
boy's
I've
a drink
actually-
champ,
'cause I'm in a
for real.
battle with my mind, right? As far as like fitness and drinking, right?
Yeah.
And the irony of drink champs, right? The
Yeah.
irony.
Can they see that?
Yeah. You can put it.
I
up
don't.
there.
You know, people like, oh,
He,
Yeah.
He ain't stunned. He ain't
So going
capping.
back-
That you capping?
He ain't capping.
No.
He's not capping, and I love that track too.
No, no joke. No joke.
Yo, but check it. So the irony, right, of Dream Champs, and then they come out with Run Champs.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yes.
now it's funny because now that even though we've been doing these runs and even the boot camp today,
yeah.
we had drinks the night before.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm realizing, even though I'm gonna get back on 75 hard with fucking with. That's yo 300. I need you to lock in on his face when I just said that because he doesn't like 75 hard Tony.
No, I don't.
But the balance
Not
of
a
being
fan.
able to have
No, not
drinks
at all.
and then go
He's
do.
a different person, man.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
But the balance of having drinks the night before and then actually going to work out the next day.
Oh, we got up at 5 a.m.
Oh,
We
y'all
got-
work. Y'all got
it was
today
actually
at
4:30.
Wow.
Yeah.
We got up at 4:30.
Wow.
And then
It's discipline.
We got there
It's a
about
lot
that.
of discipline. You know.
That's dope.
I happen to know that you guys left early on what was that, Thursday night?
Yeah,
and I remember you was like, "Yo, we gotta get up at like the ungodly
Oh, yeah.
hour."
Yeah.
I've never seen Tone in my entire life give away a drink.
I gave away a
He's
drink.
walking out.
I gave it to-
He handed one of our other belly boys,
Tariq.
a drink.
Oh yeah, and Tariq took that.
Of course he took it. He giggled and
Tariq
walked
plays
away.
no
was so
games.
happy about it. He was like, "Oh my god, a
Yo,
free
he walked,
drink!"
started sniffing the
Even
cup.
though it was half
He
a
started
drink.
sniffing the cup and shit. Like,
As if he was gonna
Yo.
smell something.
yeah, man.
Like, is it real liquor? Like, this
Yo.
is not even normal.
You know, it's definitely all about
Discipline.
discipline.
Yeah.
You know, and having fun. But yeah, when you realize that you have to report to duty, and if you're an official RunChamp member, like we have outside of Instagram and text message, we actually have a group chat with nothing but RunChamp members in there, and we have to clock in our miles every day.
That shit is, yo.
So
daily operation.
So every day we got guys like Nori that's doing 7 miles before 7 a.m.
That's crazy.
You got marathon runners like my boy Los and JB. Today I put my numbers in. I did almost 7. I did like 6 and a half this morning. And
then he went to a boot camp with me.
Yeah, grind don't stop. That's my motto.
Y'all wildin', man.
So while I'm putting in my numbers in the group chat, my boy JB said, "Yo, I'm doing 33 miles today. I'm training for my ultra marathon."
Did you hear that?
33.
Did you hear that?
Yeah,
33 miles. Bro.
That's a lot of miles.
And the run
33.
The RunChamps, they're doing the New York City Marathon.
How many?
That's 26.2 miles.
Wow. And how many RunChamps are gonna?
You
Don't you got to qualify for that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So
Okay.
And how do you qualify for something like that?
Some of you got to do like a
You
practice
submit
run.
Like you
something?
got to hit a certain kind of amount of miles before you
Probably
can
got
get
to do like a test
considered,
run,
right?
Maybe like a test run, or maybe wherever you place.
You're not going to run the full
Do you know what the
33.
process is for that?
you got to be a RunChamp.
You got to be a run.
No, I mean for the general population.
for the New York.
that's
Oh, I
do
don't
the-
know anything outside of RunChamp.
Right.
There you go.
No, I don't mean run track. I mean,
No, I know
the
what
city.
you're saying, but I'm saying
Now, are you gonna do the
I
New
can't
York?
I can't help nobody with getting into New
Yeah.
York City. I don't know the proper. I just know I'm a
Yeah,
RunChamp.
just
So
try to
if-
email me the info because I'm trying to get in.
If,
You know what I'm saying?
wanted to get in, I'm in. But I'm not. It's Biscuit
Yes.
is not doing the New York City Marathon. I'm going to eventually get there.
Yeah.
But right now, I'd rather focus on a half marathon, which is 13.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so
Yeah, that's
half
an
marathon
excellent
is
start,
13,
yeah.
and you
Yeah.
can do it because you're already done 10.
I'm absolutely in for the half marathon.
He's done 10 miles.
Well, you're doing 7, and when I see you at 7 on
Yeah.
Instagram, you look refreshed.
Yeah, I'm chilling.
Yeah.
See, what happened with me is like,
Under this conditions, this
Yeah,
weather
yeah.
conditions.
That's why you got to go early.
You got to go early when the sun's
Yeah,
still not
well, you gotta,
shining.
you gotta pull up
Would
before
you like
the
3,
sun
4 in the
pulls
morning
up.
or something like that?
Bro,
Yeah, like
that's
4
why
or
we got up
5.
at 4:30 in the morning so we can end it and it still not be so
Yeah.
crazy
Yeah.
hot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Humidity is still crazy.
I
Yeah.
ran in Puerto Rico. I ran in Maui. I did the Vegas run in Tim's. We actually
Incredible.
ran in Philly with Wallow, and the Philly run was ill because when we did Philly in Jersey back to back. But when we did Philly,
Was it cold?
no, it wasn't scorching though. I definitely had a hoodie on and some
Okay.
sweatpants or whatever. But
Okay.
when we did the Philly run, we ran up and down the Rocky Steps. We did that 3
Oh,
times.
wow. Okay.
And Wallow was definitely present. He was definitely in the building.
Yeah,
Him
Wallow
and
looks
Nori,
he looks active.
him and Nori
Yeah.
was having a great conversation, which, you know, the RunChamps is like no ceiling, so it might even be like a podcast. It
Yeah.
might be a movie. Who knows? You know what I mean? But we got the content and just the traveling part and the mental, like getting mentally prepared for everything that we've been doing.
Right.
It's just it's really been like a crazy journey, and we just getting started. But for me, the Philly run, that's when I got runner's high, but I didn't know what runner's high was. Mm-hmm. I just felt so happy.
Yeah.
That's what's
Like
up.
I was talking to my peoples, and I'm like, yo, Philly changed my life. And they was like, what the hell are you talking about, bitch?
Yeah.
I couldn't explain it.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
But now, since running is my whole algorithm on Instagram, you know what I mean, versus like starlets and all the strip clubs and stuff,
Right.
I'm hearing all of the runners talk about the runner's high.
Yeah.
So now
So that's the
I
thing.
understand it because all of the
That's the thing.
dopamine and everything that's
Yeah.
going on while you're pushing yourself to run and to be, you know, enduring all of this pain.
It's pain.
It's literally rewiring your
Well,
brain.
the sense of when you finish, assuming you get to whatever that in this case was 7 miles and other
Yeah.
times, and when you finish, that sense of I did it
accomplishment.
is got to be in itself a high. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah, it's see, I didn't know about it. I've heard about it, but just like anything, you don't really. It's hard, even with the grind and things that we do and we have to do, and you know, Killer's in the building. Me and Killer Touch been doing shows, and we had a internet radio show before podcast, and you do so much. It's really hard to like tell other people about like the process.
Yeah.
Because the process and the steps that you got to take to climb the ladder, you don't really know what it takes until you push yourself to those
Facts.
extreme levels.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So
I do.
we got
Facts.
Instagram now. Nobody's posting their failures on Instagram.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But the part that they don't show is a lot of blood, sweat, and tears.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's a
Definitely.
lot of
Time and effort.
behind the scenes
Time and effort.
fights, arguments. You know, I would need a calculator to calculate all of the L's I've taken with climbing the ladder, but you got to know how to bounce back. So you got to know how to keep your best foot forward. You got to have positive people around you. You know, not yes men, not people that's just around you when things is going good for you.
Yeah.
And the bottles is coming out. You know, there's always gonna be people around at those times. But you know, with running, for me and my experiences, it's opening up my brain and my mind to just think about all of those dark times.
Yeah.
You know, I ran through Queensbridge with the RunChamps and my man JB and his crew. And as we were running, that's when I did the 10 miles. It was dark. It was raining. Not just like drizzling. It was raining.
Wow.
So
Miserable.
My right leg, I broke my right leg in 2 places. So anytime it rains, the
Yeah.
barometric
You feel
pressure or whatever
You
it's
feel it,
called,
you feel it, yeah.
Yeah.
I could feel it. But
Yeah.
it's a pain that, you know, you
Yeah.
kind of ignore.
You
Long
live with that, yeah.
You live with the
feel it
pain.
in the
I
snow,
got
too.
same with my
So-
back and his hip.
Yeah.
So in my head, I'm just like thinking like, how am I gonna do this 10 miles?
Oh, that's a
You
crazy
know,
way
it was
to-
so brutal, and it was rain. You know, when you're running and you're sweating, and it's raining and sweat is coming in your, you know, you're sweating, so you're wiping it off of your face, and it's raining. You don't know if you're wiping rain or sweat. You
sweat.
don't even know what's
Yeah.
going on. It's just really
And it's going in your eyes.
It's blurry.
And all that,
Yeah.
yeah.
So when I got into like that 7th mile running through Central Park, which, you know, my man JB always says hills pay the bills.
Yeah.
Those running up them hills is gonna bring you somewhere that
You're breaking barriers.
you're breaking barriers.
You're breaking barriers.
So my son, you know, in Killer, that's when Killer was living in Long Island. My son is 13 now. So when he was first born, that
This is
was
deep.
That was my firstborn, and that was my first experience with delivering a baby.
Yeah.
So, and bringing back to Starlets, I actually got home from Starlets at like 5 in the morning. Starlets
Shit.
is a strip club in Queens, if anybody
Yeah.
that's watching don't know. Yeah, shout out to Starlets. So I was lit.
Shout out to the staff.
I was lit.
Shout
I
out to the
probably-
staff
I-
for Starlets.
I probably had a
We'll see
Long
you at
Island iced
11:30.
tea.
Yeah.
I'm outside. I get home. Now I'm opening the door. I'm creeping. I don't want to wake up the wife. She's 9 months pregnant.
Right.
I creep in the bathroom. Guess who was in the bathroom? My wife. Her water broke.
Oh.
I went from
shit.
Starlets to Good Samaritan Hospital in
Wow.
West Islip. You know what I'm
Wow.
saying? So, you know, I was already like,
Ran a handful of red lights.
Yeah.
yeah. It's no such thing as, you know.
You had to
no
get
red
there.
light.
You had to
Yeah.
get there right
You
now.
just
Yeah.
get there.
You got to
Yeah.
get there right now.
When we got to the hospital, you know, again, it's my first time. I didn't know, you know, I'm watching the nurses and the doctors and the people in the room just doing whatever it is, I guess, that they're supposed to be doing.
They let you in the room?
Yeah, I was definitely in the room.
Yeah, I was same thing for me.
Yeah, so
Same. I had the same shit.
it was very traumatic. You understand? Like my son, I believe he was, I know my wife is probably going to be like, you know, if she watched it, she's going to be like, he wasn't 9 pounds, he was 12 pounds. I forgot the exact.
Welcome to my club. I never get this shit right.
Yeah, I be fucking on my kids' birthdays. I just, you know, I blame it on the Long Island iced tea. But my son, when he, you know, they should have did an emergency C-section, right? I never
yeah.
told this story, you know, because it was very traumatic. It was a
Yes.
lot of trauma. So when my son was born, he came out. They used the vice grips and everything. They tugged at his head. It was very, very traumatic. A lot of blood. My wife broke her pelvic. You know,
Shit's
You know,
crazy.
she still got a screw from hip to hip.
That's crazy.
So that's something that is like.
Instead of doing the
I block it
C-section.
out my brain.
Instead
you know,
of
I don't
doing the
think about it.
C-section.
Yeah, it was definitely malpractice.
Yeah.
So when I did the 10-mile run
Yeah.
in the city, around the 7th mile, I just like I just went right back into the delivery room.
Wow.
And that's like, again, a dark
It
something
took you
that
there.
happened in my life, and my wife, it changed our whole life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I felt like I was right back in it. And I've heard stories from other runners and other people that talk about experiences and what it does to your mind when you get to certain limits.
Yes.
But boy, when I tell you, that was wild, because that's something that I blocked from my memory.
Wow.
And I literally was right back at the delivery room. So the next day when I talked to my wife about my experience, and I'm telling her, I'm like, I've been watching a lot of different videos of people that doing marathons, and they get to the finish line and they're bottled up with so many different emotions that they're crying.
Yeah.
Tears is like, you could just see it all on their face. Men,
Yeah,
all
the
shapes
physical,
and sizes of-
once the physical limit reaches, then there's the
It's
mental
spiritual.
limit.
It actually becomes spiritual.
Yeah. And
It
mental.
actually
Yeah.
becomes spiritual. That's how I'm taking it.
Yeah.
You know
So-
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I was just talking to her about the whole situation and just like how it brought me back into, the delivery room when my first son was born. And then I told her, I was like, I'm showing her videos of people like going through the emotions. And I said, yo, I wonder what will make me cry. I've been with my wife 20 plus years. She never seen me cry. I don't cry because just growing up, my mother, my pops left.
Yeah. Hard body.
So I always had to be the man of the house. So my two older sisters, my younger brother, when anybody that's ever been around, when they're crying, I'm the one that's like holding it together.
That's
Sure.
me.
You
That's me
understand?
too, and
So
my
you
family.
feel me?
Facts.
So
Yeah.
I just at some point it's like I just numb. The pain is just numb. I just don't cry. The next day after I did the 10 miles, I told her that. I said, yo, I wonder what would it take for me to cry like during a run.
Right.
That same day,
You cried.
I'm running. I got my playlist. I got a pop and run playlist.
But she sent it to me, and I can't wait to fucking
my
rock
playlist
it.
is fire. I got D Block on there, Nas on there, Jim on
you got
there.
Sheik Luch on there?
Definitely got Chic Luch on there. Because you need certain
Sure.
quality of frequency while you're running. I got my boy Chinks on there, French Montana, Stack
Don't
Bundles.
forget yourself.
Got Its
Yeah.
Bizkit on there. Grind Don't Stop is on there. So, I'm just going for another run.
Yeah.
I'm feeling good. I'm running. And then Chink's song came on, How to Get Rich.
Yeah.
And when the song came on, it kind of felt like somebody hit me in the stomach. It was like a weird. I said, "What the fuck is going?" Like,
Yeah.
something just happened. Like something got triggered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I kind of like, like when you feel something,
Yeah.
like you kind of like try to like play it off, like, oh, nah, that ain't nothing.
Been there.
And then like while the song was on, I'm listening to it, and if you listen to How to Get Rich, ain't nobody gonna tell you how to get rich. And I just started thinking about when me and Killer and Chinks was running around and just trying to get his music out there, trying to get Jade on records.
Yeah.
I live in Long Island. I had to pick up Chinks from Far Rock. And then we drive into D Block, Yonkers, or Brooklyn to do records with Harry Fraud and French. And I was the driver. At times I had to be the security guard. At times I had to be
did what you had to
Dame
do.
Dash.
Respect.
You know what I mean?
You did what you had to do.
Respect.
I had to, I
Wore
was the-
many hats.
I was the cameraman. If you look on YouTube and you type in French Montana Chinks Tunnel Vision, I shot their first video that they were in
Hey, yo.
together.
Yeah.
That I never seen that
You know what I
before.
mean?
Before, and that
it's-
shit was heavy.
I put in
Oh,
not just me, just all of us. We put a lot of work in to get Chinks stuff going. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And while I'm listening to the song, it just brought me right back to
That's crazy.
sitting in traffic
To the
and-
struggle.
to the struggle. And,
Yeah.
and then it hit me, and I said, "Damn, they killed my man.
Yeah.
Like he got murdered."
Yeah, man.
You understand? Like Chinks came to my son's first birthday party. He called me randomly. Yo, what's good, bitch? Yo, he was very, very eager to get into the game and like do his thing. And he was like, "What are you doing?" I said, "Yo, bro, my son's first birthday party. My wife she needs bells, whistles, all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He said, "Yo, I'm gonna come through," and I'm like, "All right." And he's like, "Where you having it?" "Oh, it's in Long Island at some, we had a nice little hall, whatever." And even back then, when he showed up, he told me, he said, "Yo, Bill, I'm gonna pull up. I'm gonna bring my peoples through." He was asking me like, who's gonna be there? And I'm like, "Yo, it's just family and friends." But Chinks always moved like the president. You know what I mean? He always was very careful of sometimes he cursed me out. I would bring people to the studio, you know, good people.
Yeah.
But he's just like, yo,
no.
nah, don't tell nobody where we at. And I'm looking at him like, these is my, you know, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So now it's like, while the song is on, I just keep going.
So many things going through your head.
When on that run, the next day, it just hit me like a ton of bricks.
And you busted
you know
out
what I mean?
with the tears, man.
I wasn't crying like a baby.
But you dropped one or two.
The emotion though.
I dropped one or two, and then it was funny too, because when I started crying, Ching started talking to me. And he was like, yo, stop crying, man.
Yeah.
Like, get it together, Biz.
Wow. Shit, I want to clap that up, bro.
That's some very deep shit.
Yeah, nah.
And I love that, and I appreciate that you shared that because, you know.
Well, the people, like, kind of like what he said, like, all of us are made differently. Like, you know, some of us, you know, need that pat on the back. Some of us need to be that, you know, person that pats that person on the back.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel
That
like
support system.
Yeah, of course. And I mean, I've always felt like, you know, the big brother, you know, to my brothers. And like when I lost my grandmother, I didn't cry. And everybody in the house crying, going crazy. And I'm just sitting there like, but then her call didn't come in that Sunday. So my grandmother called us every Sunday to check in, what happened? Oh, Emil and Tony, they in trouble again. Oh, you talking about his friend down there? Yeah, they in there robbing the stores and doing crazy shit. My grandmother would tell my dad, like, well, you used to do the same thing. So put my dad out there. Make a long story short, the call didn't come in. And I was like.
Felt that.
And that was when I cried.
Yeah, well.
Yeah. So you're always going to have those moments, like, you know, like, and nobody can predict those moments. Like, you can't say, oh, I'm going to cry on Tuesday or Wednesday. It'll just hit you like a brick, and you won't even know when it comes.
And well, I move a lot differently because I can talk about a lot of things and I'll cry like a little bitch.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm an emotional animal.
And
I'm not shy.
What's your sign? Like, when's your birthday?
I'm March 27th, Aries.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, you know, I wear my heart on my sleeve, and when, I don't give a fuck if I cry, because if I do.
No, there's nothing wrong with that, man.
Yeah. You want to know something? Which is, you know who don't cry in my world? My fucking daughter.
Shout out to her.
That's a tough bitch. Yeah. She's 15.
Yeah.
You know, that's one of the toughest ages. They all tell me, and it doesn't matter.
My
she's
daughter
little.
will cry if I say, Alina, come put your shoes on. Come on, we gotta go.
Not mine, because she's just tough. At least wants to be. I'm assuming that's what she want to do. Oh, this, that, and since little, and she's just she's a ball of anger, and she won't cry. But that day's gonna come. Something's gonna hit her. What I mean is the same thing. Like us that don't cry, I have maybe when half of one hand I have, and my wife has seen me.
Yeah.
You know,
my wife asks me that question all the time. She's like, "Are you ever gonna cry?" And I go, "Why? Why do I gotta cry?" But I catch everybody else though.
Growing up, it's like I always like I reached out to my mother like once I started having kids, because I realized how many mechanics it is having kids and having, whether you're together with your baby mother, your wife, whoever you have children with, just that part, just having communication with them about when to drop the kids, when to pick. That's a full-time job.
Full-time.
Oh yeah.
And
so when I had kids, and like me and my wife, we're together, and you know, there's good days, there's ups and downs, there's all of everything. Like you said, you can't predict it.
Yeah.
When shit hits the fan, when things happen, when money don't come in that was supposed to come in, like, you know, sometimes the table is, you know, it goes, it's life. Life is life.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You just got to know how to respond to it.
It's like
positively.
Yes.
Exactly.
Indeed.
Growing up, it was just like you would always look at somebody that was crying as like weak.
Yeah.
Like that was like a weak thing. And like
that's how
going
you're
back
taught,
to
too.
back to like just my relationship with my mother, like once I had kids, I realized like, damn, ma, I really did a lot of things that made
life tougher for her.
Life tougher.
Yeah.
Like like, you know, she had to get those phone calls like, yo, I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing in school. Like, you know, she sent me with my uncle, because my uncle had a car shop in Hempstead. Shout out to my Uncle Sherm. And I just, you know, my father didn't bother, so I was always not looking, but I didn't have that father figure. So I would think certain older people, whether they was cousins, uncles, brothers, whoever, I always looked at the older dudes like they're gonna show me
exactly
the way,
which way to
the
go.
way, the way.
Always, but they always didn't.
And props to you, my brother,
Yeah.
because if it wasn't for you, Capo,
Yeah.
Thank you.
Nah, real shit.
Yeah,
So
man.
it's like I had to learn how to be a man at a very early age. But like, shout out to my moms because like she had to play both. You know, she had to be my father and my mother.
Yeah.
And then it's like I said, I didn't realize what I was doing when I was younger.
And hurting her.
You know, getting locked up.
Yeah.
You know, just different things. Which you know, like my mother's my best friend and always been my best friend. But it's just like, you know, now I just look at it at a whole different angle. Like, you know,
Perspective.
Yeah.
and the way that these kids are being raised now is like, I thank my moms for letting me know, like, look, there's bullies, but a bully isn't gonna try to be a bully unless he feels like he can bully
Yes.
whoever
Right.
is his target.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Right.
So back when I was in junior high school and my mother was telling me, yo, if somebody hit you, you hit them back.
Yes.
And I'm like, but I'm gonna get in trouble. I got hit
Yeah.
and then hit back and
Yeah.
went back and my mom's hit me.
Yeah.
that's
She's
what's
like,
up.
you let
Rightfully
somebody.
so.
So it's
Yeah.
like just having her being such a strong black woman in my life is like I value that so high today because when you see how things are going and this era is so soft and it's because you know it's that these kids are getting raised the opposite way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
They're
And again,
brainwashed.
they're brainwashed
Yeah.
to you know, to whatever's going on their tablets.
Yeah.
But the real world, like, yeah, there's going to be people that, yeah, if they see somebody that's handicapped, old, they're going to help that person across the street. But then you got other people that
Stare at 'em.
will put their foot out
Yeah.
and trip the handicapped
Or
person.
laugh at them while they're on the
Or
ground.
laugh at, yeah, you know, we watch it on Instagram all the time.
Yeah.
When these things
Yeah.
happen, and it strikes a nerve to us because it's like, yo, I
Yo.
wish I was there.
I wish I
when
was
they, When
there.
they was
Yeah.
beating up this old.
Oh,
You know
shit.
I say that all
Yeah,
the time.
facts.
Like I'll be sitting down and I'll be watching these movies, man. Like I was leaving the house. I was watching Forrest Gump. So I was watching like
One of my favorite movies, by the way.
It's one of the greatest movies of all time.
Yeah, word up.
Some people call it a nerdy movie, but I love my nerdy movies. So my wife and I are watching it while I'm getting ready for this podcast. So they throwing rocks at him. They bust him over the
Right.
head. He's running. I told my wife, I said, yo, I wish I was there.
Yeah.
And every time I see a scenario like that, like the worst,
Bro.
the thing that I hate more than anything on social media are the bullies. When I see the bullies on
Yeah.
TV, where I see these innocent kids, what happened? Oh, Rudy committed suicide because
Yeah.
they bullied him.
Right.
So, I'd be like,
Yeah.
yo, I wish I was there, baby.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, I ain't gonna lie. When I grew up in New York, I went to Hempstead Middle. And when I went to Hempstead Middle, I got bullied. I'll tell people that all day. I was a little fat, chunky kid.
You already know my
I got
story.
bullied. You know how Hempstead was. Hempstead was
Yeah.
the worst. It's by far one of the worst cities in New York. The worst
Yeah.
in Long Island.
Yep.
So I got bullied every single day to
Instead-
the point where I'm just sitting there and I'm like, Nevelt is bad too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I grew up in Nevelt. I grew up in Hempstead, and he knows what I'm talking about.
Nassau County.
Yeah, you wake up out there, you're getting bullied no matter what. But you either grew a
Thick
tough skin or thick skin, or you had some shooters with you, which my uncles were tough guys. So I ain't gonna lie, I call my uncles and be like, yo, y'all need to come out here and help me. And thank God I had uncles like that.
Right.
They pull up and be like, oh, you messing
Yeah.
around my nephew. And I was like, but then it got to the point where your uncles weren't around. You had to realize you
Yeah,
had to toughen up.
exactly.
These kids don't have that. They don't have those uncles. They don't have those big brothers. And that, like
A lot
I
of
said,
people don't. A lot of
yeah,
people don't.
They don't.
Or,
They don't
or
have
even
that dad.
or even friends, like in your case,
Yeah.
right? Someone that could protect you when you fall on that category of the possible bully
Yeah.
kid.
The thing is, the way that you have to really, if you have kids out there, the way that you have to raise your kids is the what if factor. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
like I got my kids in boxing class, and I take
what's
my
up.
daughter. My daughter's 7. My other son is 9, and my oldest, he's autistic. He's 13.
Okay.
You know, and like just watching my daughter. Cause she definitely is sensitive, super sensitive.
Yeah.
But I could see like she's even getting tougher now.
Yeah.
But like I have her in boxing classes. I post them up
Small
here and
move.
there,
Yeah, that's
and
what's
it's
up.
just so ill because while I'm in there and I'm working out and I'm running on the treadmill, watching them doing their class, I'm noticing the discipline. And there's a clip too. Like that I see on Instagram all the time speaking about that when it comes to the kids. Like, yeah, okay, if you got your kids in sports, they might not make it to the league, but they can take that same discipline that they had from sports,
Well,
and then they can apply it to
daily
it's a
life.
system. It's a system
Facts.
where you work with others. In this case, it's sports,
yeah.
soccer, baseball, you name it.
Get you ready for the real world.
And,
Exactly.
and it becomes your life at work, coworkers.
Indeed.
How do you deal with a
Social skills.
how do you deal with a
everything.
coach?
Exactly.
Your coach could be
Everything.
your boss later, and it could bring you back to how you dealt with your coach.
Yeah.
You had a good coach who cared for you, or you had a coach who pushed you to the
And
side.
I just growing up, I just wanted to be in the streets.
That's all. Yeah, that's all you
Like,
wanted.
I
Yeah.
just wanted to be with the killers and the $100 billers.
Yeah.
Like, that was it. Like,
And imagine if back in the days we had social media, because it's worse right now because the social media is on high volume and that's all the kids see.
Well, everything's
Back
on tape. Everything's on
All
freaking
we
tape.
saw we saw the front. We
Right.
saw the uncles doing it, the cousins,
Yeah.
the dude you grew up with. He's robbing this person. You robbing
yeah.
your own friend.
And
you're
it
robbing
wasn't.
your-
It's cameras everywhere now.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
So there
man.
was a lot of
Exactly.
Everything's
There was
on
a
tape.
lot of cops that was, besides the Rodney King situation, it was cops that was always pulling us over, taking whatever.
Well, people do that.
having, Just
These cops do that nowadays,
no, that's a fact.
Yeah.
They got the body cams and they still
and they
And
still
it's
do.
having it their way.
So I-
But it was worse back then.
Oh, yeah.
So
You know what I'm
to get
saying?
To get off topic a little bit, which it has to do a little bit with cameras. You've been in New York. Like, what's the impact been so far, like with the whole Diddy case?
Oh,
like because
good question.
because the reason why I'm asking you this is that we just said cameras. All right, I could say that I'm biased, or maybe people don't like my belief on this whole thing. Like, I get it. Another black man getting arrested, another black mogul or minority mogul. Let's just say that, because I feel like they're not going after only the black minority moguls. They're going after minority moguls. Like, whether you're Spanish, whether you're black, or whatever.
Indeed.
Native American, it doesn't matter. But cameras. Cassie got
Yeah.
whooped, beat the fuck down. That part of it stays in my head no matter what. Like,
Yeah.
don't get me wrong. I want, like,
No,
I don't know Puffy.
and that's the one on camera.
Yeah, that's the one on camera.
That
It's just
shit went
one out of
down.
bazillions.
Yeah, what are your thoughts
mean-
on that? Because you're in New York, and obviously, if you're in New York, I want to know like what's the vibe there? Like what are people saying? Because I know what I'm saying in my house, and I know what I don't want to teach in my house. So.
Nah, for sure. I mean, that, no matter, like, that right there, that was, I mean, we don't even gotta like speak about what that was. That was crazy. You know what I'm saying? That was, you're not supposed to, like, no matter which way it goes, you're not supposed to put your hands on a
On a
female.
woman.
That's just what it, like,
Absolutely not.
that's
Yeah.
just what it is. So, and I don't think him, his family, anybody that's close to him, I don't think anybody tried to, like, not say that,
Yeah.
like everybody knew that was crazy, like that was nasty, and you shouldn't even, whoever was around him at that time or whatever, and whether they saw that happening or not,
Should've
that was
grabbed him.
supposed to have been like, me personally, like, I couldn't be around,
My man's.
you know what I mean? I
Yeah.
couldn't be around nobody that's
No,
doing
exactly.
that and still be around. I would have to they would have to, like, get it together, or I would have to just remove myself from that situation. But, somebody that has that amount of money, that amount of
Influence.
power,
You
that
can't even
much
talk to 'em.
influence, you could kind of, like, look at it from that angle and be like, okay, I kind of see why somebody would be scared to, like, raise their voice or speak on that.
Yeah.
But, he was 1,000% wrong when it came to that. But as far as
Being a freak.
and having a
I
thousand bottles,
I got no problem with it.
a thousand bottles of baby oil.
I mean, that's just what that's a preference.
It was clear. It was clear as day that somebody wanted him. They
I
wanted.
think my belief's been on about the whole Ciroc thing. You see how he built.
I
that
wouldn't.
Ciroc
I
thing?
wouldn't. I think I don't know all of the facts with that, so I don't want to say something and not be. And then people in the comments are coming for me because
Sorry.
I'm wrong. I don't know exactly what happened with that, but I did hear, like, he sued them, And maybe he
They're
feels
retaliating.
maybe he feels like maybe he feels at this point like, damn, I should have never really even cared
with
about that or
Yeah.
fucked with them.
Yeah.
But who really knows?
Nobody knows the truth. Yeah.
But it's clear to see, like, you know, I've been around Diddy. I never made it to no freak off. You know what I mean? I definitely went home after the party or whatever. Like, I didn't go to the after party.
He said the after.
So there's the after and then there's the after.
That's what I'm saying. Like, from my eyes and whatever I posted content wise, you know, Diddy and his peoples, they always supported me and my platform.
Nice.
I work with Revolt, and I did the Revolt Summit a couple times. I've been to his New Year's party, which was still like one of the most craziest parties
That was here,
ever.
that was here in Miami?
That was in Miami.
Okay.
That was a few years back.
Okay.
And
Star
again,
Island?
it was Star Island. I walked out of there like 5, 6 in the morning because I had to catch a flight. And when I was walking out, there was A-list celebrities trying to like get, like,
Still
I had
get
to,
in?
like, I'm
Word.
trying
They
to
were
like
trying to get in?
out, and yeah, it was insane. And even in my head, I was thinking like, yo, I don't think there will ever be like a New Year's party like this ever. It was
Wow.
it was insane. And from my eyes and just working with Diddy and having a relationship with you know, his sons, Justin and all of them, like, it was always just, I didn't see nothing that would have made me think like, hold on. This is
above and beyond
This is a little
shit.
evil. This is a little, you know, but again, I can't speak for it.
Well, a lot of
I
that
weren't
shit.
there for the
a lot of-
after party.
A lot of that
I
shit is
definitely wasn't.
A lot of that shit is behind
I
closed
didn't catch
doors.
a
you know?
freak off.
I think it was amplified because of all the stuff that he was going through and the people that he was going after. And you got to realize, like, the people that he was going after are very high and powerful people. So those high and powerful people can find things on you, man. Those freaky things like they talking about with the oil and all of that stuff.
I mean,
Look at
that's just
Jeffrey
not-
Epstein.
Yeah.
I mean, what did he do any differently all those years that he got away with till at the end he finally got caught? But he crossed somebody. So when he crossed somebody,
That's
he
it.
got caught out there.
When they pull the trigger on you, it's a wrap for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm happy that, you know, he didn't get hit with the sex
Life.
trafficking
Yeah.
and
He would've got life.
hit with the life because,
Yeah.
like I said, I just, you know, I'm not with him every day and I'm not, you know, around enough to know everything that's going on. But I didn't see it. Like, you know what I mean? And I was around a few times and I just didn't see it. I just always saw him just trying to, like, just keep this bad boy, this movement, the music, you know, like, you know, this black power, this black excellence. I just saw him pushing that.
Yeah.
Okay.
'Cause
That's,
definitely
well,
we
that's what
want.
we all saw, obviously.
But that's what we want, man. Like, you don't want to see any, and I say this again, minority mogul go down. I mean, they work hard.
But there's you can clearly see that there's a lot of people that wanted him.
Oh, of course, man.
Like,
of course.
you know,
Yeah.
I would say it was definitely you know, it's people like Boosie that was once you know the verdict came out, he was like, man, thank God they, you know, it played out the way it played out. But again, they really didn't have nothing on
Yeah,
them.
they
They didn't.
Yeah, Ray J started dancing. And he hired a DJ. You didn't see Ray J?
Yo,
Ray J hired a DJ.
He
No,
did.
fuck that. The people outside putting baby oil all on
Oh
themselves.
yeah, but they got paid.
Yo, that shit was
didn't they say they were
crazy.
making?
That was diabolical.
Yeah, they were, man.
It was funny. All right,
Yeah.
so check it. So, I mean, I already know that we can just keep going on and
Yeah.
on and on. This is good chemistry right
Yeah.
here.
Oh, yeah.
So, but we got to wrap it up.
Yes, sir.
So, it was a real pleasure and honor, Biz, for you to even just come down for the weekend and
Yes,
vibe
sir.
with us. And then you're going to be hosting for Belly tomorrow.
Yeah, you know I love
So-
it. Long Island in the house,
Yo,
baby.
100%.
Yo, shout out to Killer Touch, by the way.
Yeah,
Killer
straight up.
Touch. Clap it up.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So,
Killer Touch and I was here to open the place
you
up.
You gotta remind us, right?
and
So
you were here
Killer
first,
Touch
huh?
and I, we walked up together,
Uh-huh.
and he looking at me, and I'm like, shit is closed. So it was closed. We couldn't get in the building. That's how early we were. We were like, let's go have some fucking
So you
tacos
said we
over
some
there.
late no, she's saying we some late
We,
motherfuckers.
no, I said we
Okay.
were early. We went to have tacos, which they didn't have tacos.
Okay.
That's a whole different
That's
story.
good.
So shout out to him. Thank you for always supporting
You
the
went to the
brother.
for
tacos.
sure.
You went to the taco place that had a glizzy.
So Biz, before we close,
Pause.
and we're closing.
Pause.
Anything you'd like to speak on your anything in your
that
mind?
you're doing actually what you're doing now.
Yeah, whatever
What are
you
doing
wanna
right
say.
now. That's a great question.
Drinking a Long Island iced tea, kicking it with the Belly Boy.
That's yeah.
But you know, I think I feel like, you know, just bringing it back home and you know, my guy Capo, you know what I mean, Long Island. I feel like, We got to do the Long Island freestyle, man.
Ooh. You're not gonna do it. You're not gonna do it.
You got to kind of
You
help
gonna do
me.
it?
You know some of the words?
No,
What?
I don't.
Oh, you're gonna have to
You
have to
gotta do
flip
it.
on it yourself.
Yeah.
Get him.
I said, I'm so Long Island on you. You just mad because I'm styling on you. Look, we slide in the whip fast. I'm so Long Island, my drip is splish splash. Don't cross me when the boss speak. Don't you dare talk. I'm flying in a flight from MacArthur Airport. Long Island crime dance. We got Rakim, legend. Amityville horror. Watch where you stepping. My mother hate when I switch lanes on the southern state. Right to Jones Beach. We don't sleep for a couple days. Jake's 58 for the night. Set the prices. I'm so Brentwood, Bayshore, and Central Islip. I'm so Long
Suffolk
Island.
County.
I touch clean paper. So Roosevelt Field. I'm so Green Acres. I'm so Nassau. The whole Coliseum. Gotta see him. If money talking, then my dollar's speaking. Long Island got all the baddies on the gram. I'm Its Bizkit. You don't know who I am? Wow. That's
crazy.
Lamping in the Hamptons, pushing Bentleys and Mercedes. Riverhead and Yacht Pink where jail mail goes. Come home, get your life on track like the railroad. Where Ashanti, Cool J, and Mariah from. Eddie Murphy, EPMD, Busta Rhymes in them. Long Island on you. You just mad because I'm styling
on you.
Welcome to the Belly Boys podcast, where we talk about things that matter and things that don't. But today, we talked about things that mattered. Thank you, Biz.
Love
we
is
really
love,
yo,
man.
love is love.
Clap it up for Biz.
Yo,
You know
fuck
what it
that.
Yes, sir.
Belly out.